Okay, I have a question. What happens when you are in a group of people and you only centralize a section? No, let me say it. You only focus on the emotions of a section of the people in the group. So, for example, you are in a diverse group with men and women, and the only emotions that you are centralizing in that moment are the emotions of men. And you, even though you are a diverse group, you only focus on the emotions of men. And you expect everyone of the group, including the women, to really think about what to do, which actions are needed to make sure that the men are happy, that the men are pleased, that the men always feel confident, that the men always feel secure. And for example, you're going to organize an event and you want to have, you're going to check out, okay, which speakers are we going to invite for this event? And the men say we are going to invite man A, man B, and man C. And then the woman asks, okay, but we also have women in the audience. Why aren't we programming any women? And then the men say, no, but we really need to make sure that the men feel confidence, feel secure, feel empowered. And we don't know if we invite a woman that she maybe start talking about the privileges of a man, and there she's going to talk about how hard it is for a woman, and that a woman has some rights and that we need to focus on the right of women, and we have to talk about the development of women. No, because we don't want to make the man uncomfortable. So make sure that the programming is so structured that the man can be the God that he is, and the woman can be the side piece. This has an impact, especially when you work in an organization like that, where you really where you work in a diverse space with different people, different background, different sex, and only one group is the special group. Only one group has, we have to focus on that group, because otherwise we don't want to give them a bad feeling. And this is not only what happened in organizations. My example is now with a man and a woman, but it can also be like in a white organization, in a European organization, mainly white European people, and you have also like a diverse group of people working, or in a city, as the city I live in, Rotterdam. It's a city, a diverse city, a lot of different cultures, but when you hear the politics talk or speak, they only centralize one group. Only one group needs to be considered, and that group is white. That group has money, and that group is extremely important in this case. So only one group is centralized. The consequence for that is that we live in a city. In this city, there's a lot of gentrification at this point, and that means in our city, that means some streets will get pretty, and when the streets are pretty, only the special group can live there, and 20% of the ethnical or the poor white people or the unstable white people, they can live, they can be part of the 20%, and the creative people. So 3 groups, I don't know how many groups, needs to be centralized in 20%, and one group, the white wealthy group, is the 80%. But this thing doesn't only happen in organizations, it doesn't only happen in cities, it also happens in relationships. So funny. You're in a relationship, and let me give you another example of a daughter and a mother. You're part of a family as a child, and your mother is a very sensitive person, and there are some old values in that in the household, some old values, some old rules, and we as everyone in that family, every child in the family, need to respect those rules. You need to respect your mother, you need to respect your father, no matter what they say. When your mother and your father are talking, you cannot say anything. If your mother and father say something, they are always right, no matter what they do. And you, as a child, need to centralize the emotions of your parents, because you are a child. And your child, your feelings, that doesn't matter. The same as the feelings of the people of a lower social class, or lower social class with less money. Let's not keep it in low and high, but people with less money, with an ethnical background, who were good for the ghetto, but they are not good for the good streets. Because then when we're pimping everything up, we're not gonna think about their feelings, because their feelings doesn't matter. And it's the same in an organization with men and women, and it's clear that feelings of a woman are less relevant. It's a man's world. And those crazy dynamics make it difficult for us. These crazy dynamics make it difficult because now we have people walking on the street. Some people are the special people, the parents, the men, the wealthy white people. And they have a feeling that, okay, wherever I go, my emotions are centralized. So a certain God complex we create as a society. And on the other half of the society, we have people whose women, people of color, people with a lower income, children, whose emotions are never relevant. The impact of such a thing, let me just call it what it is. This is the base, this is the foundation, this is truly the foundation of an abusive relationship. Because an abusive relationship makes it very makes within an abusive relationship, only one person or one group emotions are important. The other person or the other group is not relevant. It's simply not relevant. You are not even a person. You are shut up. You don't have anything to say. Shut up. It's not about you. We need to make sure that I am happy or that they are happy. But you are happy, we don't care. Oh, you also want to live in a good street? Then you have to have this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, you don't have that income. I'm sorry. You're not welcome. An abusive relationship combined with some bulliness. Let's just call it what it is. I don't know. Because I'm like, this is my channel, so I'm gonna share what my thoughts are. Because that's the beauty of having a channel, I guess. I think this is the beauty for me. So, abusive relationships. That is what the dynamics are within a society between parents and their children. It starts there. Organizations, societies, cities. One person or one group feels the authority or feel the privilege to make their feelings more important than the other group. And that is something I would like you to think about. And I also would like you to think about what is your part in this dynamic. Are you a person that are you enabling this situation by knowing it's wrong but you're still participating in this dynamic? Or are you done with it? I'm a person, I'm done with it. I'm really done with it. I'm so done with it. I cannot even tell you how done I am with this. I'm so done with it. Because nothing can be more beautiful than respecting everyone's feelings within a situation. How beautiful would it be? For example, you pimp up a new street, you pimp up a neighborhood. Old houses need to be rebuilt. That's a fact. And when you build your old houses, you already look at the people who are living in the neighborhoods. You are already looking on the impact that the infrastructure of a city has on the people, and you decide to make it more pretty, and you can see that the outer change has impact on the people themselves, and you can create a beautiful mixture of people. And of course, if you decide you want new people, then you say, for example, these people are already living here, let's consider them, and we invite 20% new people. Consideration, compassion, empathy. When you work in an organization structure, it is crazy to think that in 2019 men are still ruling corporate worlds, or men are still ruling lawyer offices, or men are still ruling certain industries. That's so silly. Knowing that combining those perspectives, combining those energies, a man and a female, and a man and a woman, a male and a female, combining so energy makes it complete, makes your product, makes your service something of such a great value. Just by considering everyone's feelings, everyone's perspective, everyone's ideas, and not that you work in an environment that you laughing when a woman says something, and the reason why you are laughing is because you were raised in a place, in a house where your father never respected the value your mother brought in that house, never respected the fact that she took her time to raise her children, never respected that. Never respected that. And now you're a grown ass man, and you are not even able to clearly see a woman or clearly hear the value of the woman. There is a fear within you, like it was in your father. There's a fear within you, like it was in your grandfather and their father. There's a fear within you. That you will lose your identity if you are saying this woman has a beautiful perspective, and not even knowing that when you give that woman the credit, when you make her seen, how many pussy you will get. Sorry. And this dynamic is so important for us. We need to see this dynamic when it plays out. Make sure you respect your own feelings, and make sure you prioritize your own feelings, and make sure you centralize your own feelings, and you make room for the other person or the other group to centralize and prioritize their own feelings. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Because when you do that, you will have such a powerful team, a powerful product, a powerful service, a powerful city, so much power. And I think it's so crazy that we put so much energy to disempower structures while we always have the choice to empower them. Okay, that needed to get out. I will talk in another video more about centralizing yourself and your feelings in your personal life, and what the changes you can make, and how you can protect yourself, and how you can make sure you protect yourself, basically, like that. how you can make sure you can protect yourself. Okay, I hope you have something to think about. Leave a comment in the description if you agree or disagree with me. Or just marinate on this thought. Just marinate on this thought. I would love it if you would like to subscribe to my channel. The more the merrier, and like this video. Ciao.